Okay, I wanted to give a quick review on these risers that I got for my 2019 MT09. Um, they're the ROX risers, and they originally what I wanted to do was bring the handlebars back a little bit, not much, maybe a half an inch or an inch at the most with the current stock seat. It wasn't bad, and I've gotten used to it. I've been riding it. I've got 1,000 miles on it so far. But I wanted to bring it back just a little bit. These I find bring them back too much. I definitely feel like I have less control with these risers. But I also took in consideration that I'm going to get the comfort seat once they become available in mid-October, which is going to bring me up, I'm told, an inch, 2 inches. And so these might be fine after I get the comfort seat. I'm not sure. But it's kind of tricky. I'm thinking I'm going to go back to stock right now. Go back to the stock setup because I like it better. It feels better. But when I get that comfort seat, I may reevaluate it, and I might not go with these 2-inch risers. I might just get the 1-inch risers to compensate for the seat. But I definitely don't like the feel of these handlebars being so high up. It's comfortable, but it's taken the character of the MT09 away. I'm not a track person, but I definitely missed the character, the kind of a mean feel that it had to it. But just to let you know, it's possible. A lot of people were saying it's not possible because of the cable. I'll tell you what I did. You've got your throttle cables to worry about. You've got your brake cable, and you've got your clutch cable. So what I did was, for the biggest problem is the brake cable. But let me tell you what I did. The brake cable, it's got a little clamp down here. Let me see if I can focus. Right there. I had to loosen that up to pull some of the slack out that's underneath the tank. So that helped. That's with the clutch cable. With the throttle cables, what I did, the throttle cables are caged with this, let's see, I don't know if you can see it, this little thing, this little a net, if you will, little cage. I had to cut it because I wanted to get the throttle cables away from this, and once you do that, you can pull them up, and they've got a lot more room to bend. So I've got plenty of slack still, even with these new risers. I got plenty of slack with the throttle cables, but you got to get them out of this cage. And with the brake cable, what I did was I released it from this thing right here. There's a little clamp. I bent it back, but it was holding this thing in place. And there's a lot of slack that you can use for that once you release it from that cable holder, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I did. And so just to let you know, there's not a lot of videos on this. You can, with the MT09, use the 2-inch risers. Just remember that it's going to bring it up a lot farther than you think, and it's going to definitely change the character. For me, it's like, you know, I like it. It's more comfortable, but I'm missing my old MT09. I just think I'm going to bring it back to stock. I don't like it. It's just too extreme. And once I get the comfort seat, then I'll reevaluate it, because I know the comfort seat's going to bring it up a couple inches. I'm probably still going to flat foot it because I'm 32 to 34 inch inseam with my legs, so that shouldn't be a problem. stock seat I just don't like, because it's just, you don't realize it or notice it at first, but what happens is you're just kind of continuously sliding down this seat, and you don't notice it until you pick yourself up, set yourself back down and relax, and then you're just like hanging on. You're gripped by your jeans is what it is, and you're just kind of sliding. After a while you get tired of sliding, and of course you can't sit on this part right here, at least I can't. I mean, there's just no cushion. After 15 seconds I got to get up, so I usually sit about right here. So I'm hoping the comfort seat's going to take care of that, but it's going to bring me up a little higher. And I definitely don't want to be, with the stock setup of the handlebars, I definitely don't want to be pulled forward anymore. If I was to tweak it for me, I'd probably bring it back about a half an inch, but the 2 inches is definitely too much. So I'm going to take these off now and revert back. Just remember that the biggest thing is, oh, another thing I wanted to tell you, that with the 2 inches of these ROX risers, the problem is that I haven't resolved is, well, you know, your UI, or your whatever you call it, your instrument thing, is farther back, or it's a little hidden. And also, I'll show you what happens when you turn the handlebars to the right. What happens with your throttle cable is this. It's actually pulling in, I don't know if you can see that, it's actually pulling in on the, separating the clutch plates a little bit, and that's no good. So there's definitely no, what you could do is possibly bend this bar to gain some more slack of that throttle cable. Maybe there's some adjustment that you can do to take care of that. Like I said, the throttle cables, no problem. The brake cable, no problem. You can take care of that. It's just that currently that clutch cable does not have any slack currently, and the only way you can do that is to bend this part out, and that should take care of it. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a review on the ROX risers. It is possible to get enough slack out of these cables to make it happen. Let me know if you have any questions.